You were expecting Emperor Antares, weren't you? That's a bit of a bait and switch in the thumbnail. Instead, you got me, Oliver Joyce from Whiskey Barrel Studios. How you doing, my friends? It's been a while. It's been a couple of weeks since the last video, and usually I try to do one of these videos every week. I've been real busy, and you know, this time of year is a bit crazy, but I didn't want to let the year go by without sending you a nice Christmas message, much like the Queen of England would every year. If Antares had a Christmas message, it would be something like, "I wish nothing but doom and disaster for the people of Brandor, who destroyed me, and now I want revenge." I don't know. He would have nothing to say because he's dead. He's never coming back. Or is he? Perhaps he's not going to be a major villain in the series again. Certainly not for Immortals. Anyway, speaking of Immortals, that's really what's kept me busy all year. Working on Sword and Sandals Immortals. Sword and Sandals Immortals. The work started at about in March. Can you believe it? I did a design document for the game back in January. And started learning Godot in February. Started making the game in March. It's now December. And I've actually got a fully playable game loop, which I wrapped up just last night. So that's a major milestone. It's 9 months into development, and we have something to play. I can't show you guys yet, though. Hence, no gameplay video today. What's actually going on with the game? Let me talk about that for a little while. This is going to be a real scatterbrain Christmas message with thoughts and inspirations and technical talk and all that sort of stuff. And of course, instant coffee. Would you believe it's, of course, summer in Australia, and it's 34 degrees. As you can see there, 34 degrees Celsius, which is pretty hot. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's damn hot. Very hot to be wearing this Christmas hat. All right, where were we? When you don't do these videos for a while, you get out of practice. You really get sidetracked. Yeah, Sword and Sandals Immortals. I have a team of internal beta testers now. My business partner owns a trivia business over in America, and they have some really good beta testers, and they have decided to help out with my testing of this game, and that's going to be really important because they're professional testers who have a proper A to B testing process and really look through things with a fine-tooth comb. And this is, of course, not a beta test at all. It's a very early gameplay test to see how the game is. And they're going to be testing it going forward until the game launches in early access and the game goes out in full. So from now on, I am a bit more accountable to things. Now, this first version went out to those guys. There is 2 or 3 of them, primarily one tester and then 2 other sort of QA guys. I'm really looking forward to their feedback. I'm a little nervous, I'm going to tell you, because, when you make a game, it's your baby, you know what I mean? And until you show the world, you're in this little bubble. And once you start showing people, you can be criticized, and all of a sudden the game has to live up to expectations. There is also going to be a special test for the guys who are on the Patreon. If you're at the top tier of the Patreon, I'll be getting a version of this game out to you in probably mid to late January, where you can test that out. And then in February, we have the big Steam Next Fest, which is the huge festival that goes on to demo new and upcoming games. And we have been accepted, which is pretty cool. I think a lot of games get accepted for that, but I'm really excited to see what happens with that, because that basically will be your chance to download the demo absolutely free, check it out, play it, give feedback, even give it a review on Steam, which is really scary because the game is no way ready. It's not full. But, I'll get some early and valuable feedback and hopefully get some more wish lists and get the ball rolling in terms of spreading the word for this game. That's going to be in about the 2nd or 3rd week of February. And then come in April, the game will be out in early access, probably April or May. I can't remember exactly when, but probably May, let's say May. And then you can actually get the game and play it, contribute to it. Your suggestions and feedback will shape the rest of the game. The game will then be in early access from May until its launch in probably October, November. And from about May, we'll be looking to start looking at multiplayer and bringing that along. I'd thought about bringing it in earlier, but it's such a big game. Anyone that's ever developed a big game knows how big multiplayer is. You can't just go add multiplayer and have it work. So I want to dedicate proper time and resources to that, and that will start happening after the game comes out in early access. There's a lot going on in the world of Swords and Sandals, and a lot going on in the world around us, in fact. Right now, I want to give a bit of a quick shout out to my Patreon supporters who've been with me this year when I relaunched the Patreon. A small but hardy bunch who have really helped me out. And if you want to become a Patreon, you basically will get access to a special newsletter that I do each week with even more information about the game and, the process behind it and everything. You get your name in the game. At a certain tier, you get a little sketch where your character becomes part of the game world in terms of you get on the obelisk of heroes, which is kind of cool. And at the top tier, you actually get to beta test the game before everyone else, which, hopefully represents some value for you guys. Patreon's a funny thing. I haven't really pushed it. I'm not super aggressive with it. I don't expect my fans of the series to contribute to it. And so, anyone that wants to do this, I'm really grateful for. You're not going to see a lot of patrons up on this list because the offering isn't, as generous as you see in other things. I don't have much to offer you guys other than, little sneak peeks of the game and so on. So anyone that wants to do this, they're doing it because they love the series. And, that is I'm humbled by that. So without further ado, Neighbor Jack, Jandaku Chanahi, Noah Gurajan, Exop Omega, Ilya Gurovich, Jeffro of Hex 3D, Davi, Pialo34, Jonas Yalu, Hopeless, Chris Lopez, Daniel Funches, and Brandon K. You guys are the best, and I salute you. And if you want to become a patron next year, the Armor knows what to do. If you would like to become a patron, that would make my day. Until next year, my friend, you've been a good ambassador of a Patreon. Oh man, I'm hot in this hat, but I can't take it off. I gotta tell you, these videos, I'm sorry I haven't done enough of them. Sometimes the will isn't there, you know what I mean? I want to show you more gameplay, but I also want to keep surprises because I've already put the main bad guy in the game now, and I don't want to reveal that to you until, next year. So, I want to show you bits and pieces without revealing other things and without spoiling too much. And also, there is, when you're a solo developer, you spend your time making the game and marketing the game and talking to the fans and interacting and so on. You got to balance all that up. Right now, my focus has been on just making this the best game it can possibly be. And therefore, the marketing aspect has sort of struggled a little bit. And, communicating with you guys what I've been up to has struggled. I said I'd do an AMA, Ask Me Anything for the Discord months ago. I still haven't done that yet. And, the questions are piling up. And I really am sorry. And I feel like I've been a bit neglectful of the community this year. I want to give a big shout out to the members of the Discord channel, the moderators, General Nitschke, Nico, Emmanuel, who is of course Overlord, and everyone else, Nexus, Niram, all the people who have helped shape that channel. And every time I log in and see them chatting, creating art, talking amongst themselves, and just discussing strategy about these games that have been out for years, and especially in the quiet times when it's been nearly a year since Crusader came out, and the next game isn't for a year. These are the times when you think that's when people abandon the servers, and that's when people stop talking about Sword and Sandals. So I do appreciate you guys still hanging around and spreading the word out there. You are genuinely wonderful fans, and I wish I could dedicate more time to you. Next year, I'd like to hire a community manager to start, just really spreading the word about the game and just making, interacting with you guys and just being there to represent, because I'm trying to do all this myself, and I sort of just struggle with that side of things. So yeah, that's planned for next year. All right. Finally, to the actual Christmas message. This has been a long year for everyone, people all around the world. We're now entering year 3 of COVID and coronavirus, and the pandemic that has ground our world to a bit of a standstill. You know, I'm not really good at sort of doing, speeches with any kind of gravitas, and usually I keep the topics quite light. A lot of people have lost people and lost loved ones and been separated from loved ones. Hundreds of thousands of people have been lost to this, and there's new variants have started springing up. Omicron is now wreaking havoc around the world and causing chaos for Christmas plans. And it feels like here we go again. I just want to say, hold in there, because this will end, and we will look back at these days as something, that we endured. Most of our generations haven't ever seen a war, and we've been lucky like that. And, and this has been our war, a war against this vicious disease. I don't know what your political stances or whatever, but please get vaccinated if you haven't. Do it for yourself. Do it for your family if you can. If there's no medical reason why you can't, then please do it. Just because you never know how many lives you can save. And anyway, been a long year, and I hope you guys have endured. Endurance is the key, and maybe next year will be easier. We'll be out there traveling again and seeing everybody, seeing loved ones. Today's actually the 21st of December. And here in Australia, that is Gravy Day. And what is Gravy Day? There's a very beloved singer-songwriter called Paul Kelly, who many years ago sang a song called How to Make Gravy. Funny title for a Christmas song, but it's all about a man who's in jail, and he's writing a letter on the 21st of December to his brother. And the song starts off, "Hello, Dan. It's Joe here. I hope you're keeping well. It's the 21st of December, and they're ringing the last bell. If I get good behavior, I'll be out of here by July. Won't you kiss the kids on Christmas Day? Please don't let them cry for me." And it's just a beautiful song about being away from the people you love, and, just trying to reminisce about the good times and what Christmas means to people, and the simple act of being together. And he's basically saying, who's going to make the gravy? Because that was my job, and now I'm in prison. I've really messed up, but he's promising to do better next year. Go and check it out on YouTube. It's a very Australian song, and it always makes me cry around this time of year, because it represents, being apart from each other, and just missing people that we can't be with for whatever reason. And it's especially poetic, given how many people are separated from each other by borders and by this pandemic. So yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone. And I really hope that you have a good one, no matter who you're spending it with. And if you're alone, please try and reach out to someone else to spend Christmas with, because no one should be alone, even if it's online. If you're here at the Sword and Sandals Discord, just chat to people, send me a message, whatever, because you deserve a bit of Christmas cheer. All right, look, that's it from me for the Christmas message anyway. And from Antares, whose voices seem to change. I can't remember what voice I did from the trailer. It's sort of like, "Gladiator, you have been a thorn in my side." That kind of thing. Yeah. I'll probably do another video maybe at the end of the year. And from next year, I'll do some proper gameplay videos again. So we can let you know what's going on in the world of Sword and Sandals Immortals. Until next time, my friends, be excellent to each other, and take this hat off finally, because it's so hot. I love all you guys and girls, and thanks for being part of the Sword and Sandals community and supporting me in Whiskey Barrel Studios. Love to all, and Merry Christmas. Bye for now.